Pittsburgh Steelers are giving us box seats.
Made in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Come on, raise up. Stripper shoes. We still got it.
Ah! When my mom got dementia, she believed that she was young, that she was beautiful, that she was rich, okay? Incredibly successful and desirable. If I must develop something, let it be that confidence that says, I'm almost 80, I've got triple D's, I believe that my breasts are as young and as firm as they were when I was 16.
Where that Ramona at? Hey,
Here.
Oh, my royal earrings for royal media.
Girl, I want to just come play in your closet. I want access to all the accessories. I want access to all the shoes. I want the head to toe looks. I won't take anything. I might beg for a few things, but I just want to see and touch because always.
Can we talk about touch and beautiful? This purple is it's you're royalty.
Okay, one of the things that makes me feel like a winner is my thrift game. Like, some people are like, oh yeah, I got this purse and I paid $700 for it. I want to tell you that this whole outfit was $7.99 because it was thrifted. It had some shoulder pads in it. It was very Golden Girls, but I cut the shoulder pads out. Later on, I'm going to add a little gold bell. The necklace was for you. I figured we were doing some waist up stuff. $7.99 for the ensemble.
So we are in the parking lot. I know we shouldn't give our location out. The Leon Levine Opportunity Center. So they have this place, 5301 Wilkinson Boulevard, and they have these bins. And people think, I could never touch that.
That's less competition for me. I brought my aunt here one time. There are different types of Goodwill stores. You have the Grid that sells the electronics. You have Goodwill boutiques,
Girl.
the GWs. And then you have these bin stores like Rock Hill and Charlotte where you pay by the pound, basically. Oh. My aunt is one of my favorite thrifters. She was one of the queens. The sweet potato salad controversy video. Do you remember my mom and my aunties went viral discussing potato salad outside of the church? Fighting over potato salad outside of church with their other sister sitting inside the church. 3 of them. But I brought one of those aunties, the one who has the most to say, to the bin store. Now, there are rules in a bin store. When a table is being moved, you back off. You don't touch. When they put the cone on, you don't touch. You back away. Yeah, also, while it's being transported, no one touches. We all know the rules. I explained the rules to my aunt. But when you explain rules to people with dementia, because she had dementia and my mom had dementia, I was double dementia-ing that day. She claimed that she didn't remember what I said. That, next time. People were ready to fight us. And then when they were bringing the new stuff out, she was like, all on the table and people were getting mad. It was like, we got to get out of here. Blatantly dismissing all of the instructions. However, dementia's gonna dementia. It doesn't remember what you told it 5 minutes ago. That senior citizen who is acting crunchy might not be all there. They might be suffering some type of cognitive decline. Girl, every time I go upstairs or downstairs and can't remember why I went there, I'm like, Lord, come and get my keys. I got ready to call my nephew Jeremy. Come get my keys. It's hit me.
I got a remedy for that. So it happens to me a lot. You start downstairs. Oh, brilliant idea. Let's go get it. You start walking up. It's like forget. And by the time you reach, what I do, I scream out, "What did I come up here for?" And I swear to God, I'll remember. Oh, what you got going on? Besides that beautiful purple situation?
Well, I do wear purple because of the Alzheimer's Association. I'm on the board. And, we support research, the kind of research that tells us how we can prevent. Because as women and also as African Americans, we are more likely to get dementia. Okay? But that research tells us why. That research can tell us what we can do to either reduce our risk or get an early intervention. That's what the research does. And then the support of caregivers teaches us how to live with and work with people who have cognitive decline. They teach us how to care for ourselves while we are caring for us. So that's one of the reasons why I joined the board of the Alzheimer's Association and doing a fundraiser right now called Family Dance Party CLT. We are just asking people to donate $1. Like if you know anybody,
Girl,
anybody
where my fanny pack?
who has been touched by dementia, your grandmother, your mother, your sister, your father, your brother, your friend, your co-worker, just $1. Because if 30,000 of us come together and say, hey, I gave $1, what about you? We think that we have to do big things. But if we all do a little thing, like gaining awareness, like reaching out, like donating just $1. Oh, just toss it on me.
It reminds me of the stripper days.
Why do you have your clear heels with you?
Girl, I got these from the Goodwill. And
Of course you did, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Oh,
girl.
that's one of the things that makes me love you.
Okay, snack time.
Where did I put my water, first of all?
I think I stole the water.
Oh, okay, you stole the water? Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm going to go low carb.
Low carb.
Low
The
carb.
pork rinds.
Low carb. I don't usually eat pork, but if I got to get a low carb snack, this is it.
You want some hot sauce?
Okay, I don't like greens unless they have hot sauce.
Girl.
This is
the staple.
Made in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Come on, raise up. At the Alzheimer's Association, the longest day is the day we fight. We're going to wrap up all of the donations then, and then that Sunday, we are going to have a virtual celebration where everybody can attend from their home, because we also understand that we are more likely to keep our people at home, which means it's very difficult to go out. So we want to make sure that our party includes the family. So we are going to hop online. Everybody who gets that $1 to us is going to get a Zoom invitation to our finale party, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to have some very special prizes to give away. The Pittsburgh Steelers are giving us 2 club seats. They're club seats to give away to a Pittsburgh Steelers game, because, Dan Rooney Jr., one of the members of the Rooney family who owns the Steelers, is a huge supporter of my mom, Wheezy. He loved himself some Wheezy, and she loved herself some Dan, because the Steelers have a black coach. And she told him so.
Wheezy.
She said, I like your team because you have a black coach.
Hey, Wheezy, we know you looking. Girl, forgot to turn the selfie light on. Oh, well. We lit.
I think we lit. And you don't have a bad angle. You don't have, I
tried to keep the boobs down today because they were like,
I'm coming out.
See,
God didn't give me that because he knew I'd be irresponsible. He gave me no boobs. He gave me no butt because he knew I would be in these streets doing some very irresponsible things. With great power comes great responsibility. And women have power. We do.
We just need to wake up and realize everybody's told us we haven't had any power for so many years. We believe that. Honey, this is a strong woman. My boots on the ground. Flying from city to city doing your thing,
Girl,
honey.
Somebody asked me the other day, and I'm a big person on tone. Like, tone means a lot to me. Like, have a blessed day and have a blessed day. It's different. Tone is different. And I recently started as the new community relations director at the Met Museum with beautiful, thoughtful people and health benefits, which your girl is about to turn 60. Health benefits are very important. I woke up with a pain today that I didn't have yesterday. I am an auntie now. But this woman said, well, how did you wind up at the Mint? And it wasn't like, how did you wind up at the Mint? Because tone. And maybe she didn't mean it that way, but I was kind of in my feelings for a moment. And then I said, the absolute truth. It was God. I don't need to be up in my feelings because I know that karma is real. I know that the good I put out is coming back to me. And I know that I put that good in because I wake up trying to serve, trying to figure out how I can serve. So it is through the whole thing, God. Sometimes God even helps me out. No, that's not true. I'm about to lie. All the time, God helps me out in spite of me because I be trying to mess me up.
Self-sabotage.
Girl.
Okay. What's in your trunk that we would not know that's in Ramona's trunk? Because you got that nice. Is that a Cadillac?
That is my mom's old Chrysler 300.
Honey, that thing.
I call it the Cougar Mobile.
You know how cars die out? That's not going to die out.
Yeah, I keep it and drive it sometimes.
Oh,
That's the car I keep nice. I try to keep it nice. And so one of the things that's in the trunk is some adult diapers from when I was rolling my mom around. But I tell you, I got stuck in some mud outside of the Sullenberger Museum. I put them diapers underneath my wheels. Everybody else was still stuck, but not me. Soaked up and got me out. I kid you not. I kid you not. So now I intentionally, just in case there's some mud, I intentionally keep adult diapers in my trunk. You learn a lot as a caregiver.
What is the most brilliant idea you've had in the car? Because the car, I don't know if I said this before, but it's the place where we make a lot of decisions. Will I marry him? Will I quit my job? Will I? What was the name of the baby? Oh my God, how am I going to make it to next payday?
Ooh, the most brilliant idea I ever got in the car was keep moving. I diagnosed anxiety. Okay. I'm not just one of those people like, I get anxious. No, I wake up with worry. I have to get with God in the morning. I got to pray. I got to meditate because my brain wakes up on what can go wrong. How can I fix it? What can go wrong? What can go wrong? So if you spend all this time trying to come up with wrong scenarios, that's anxiety. That's the fear. So I have to tell myself to keep going. And then the other thing, and that's not always the message, that's not always the idea. Can I give you a second greatest idea? My second greatest idea is stop. One of my friends said, your concept of God could be a stop sign. And I'm like, that's stupid. That is just dumb.
Insidious.
And then I was in the middle of an anxiety attack one day. And I was, heading somewhere all up in my head about what I needed to do when I got there and how I needed to look and who I needed to talk to and what names I needed to remember and all this stuff. And I got to the stop sign and I just said, stop. God, please take my thoughts. And I started to calm down and keep going. So that stop sign became a sign to me, stop, get out of your head. And then I was like, okay, stop sign person.
Ruminating thoughts is almost, girl.
But for people like us who have that creative juice that has to flow, those thoughts can be helpful and beautiful and funny and touching, or they can self-sabotage because we're also trying to work out stuff. So the balance I can't manage on my own. So for me, that's the God part. That's the prayer part. That's the meditation part.
Okay, last question. What advice do you have for someone who wants to get in media? Media's changed, girl.
Ooh, honey.
You got to come with an audience.
Yes.
They're not going to hire you just because you got a great voice.
You wonder why these TV anchors are now showing pictures of their family and their vacations, and here's us on the set. Like, I saw some TV anchors posting TikToks because they have to build a following, and a station is more likely to want you on their team, whether it's radio or TV, the traditional stuff, if you have already started to build your brand, a brand that connects with people in person, but also in that digital space.
Oh, what's your car dance? Okay, I can do Janet Jackson in my head.
Oh, what have you done for me lately? Ooh, 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 yeah. Okay, my car dance, I'm usually like kind of Beyonce, and I'm single lady in. I love music in my car. I am, a lot of these young people, the first thing they do is not turn on the radio when they get in the car.
I would tell my kids, Mommy's on the radio, and they just fall back to sleep.
I was so offended when my nephew said he would drive, and then he got in my car and immediately plugged in his phone to listen to what he wanted to listen to. It was like, but what about the radio? I think right now the most successful genres are those that speak to people who can't hear their voice everywhere else, and the music that you can't hear everywhere else. So if you're a pop station, you're going to struggle, because young people aren't coming to radio for music, and older people tend to want to hear something that's a bit more familiar. Radio is definitely skewing older. Your stations that cater to 80s and 90s and, the old school stations, they will continue to prosper. The talk stations, conservative talk, NPR, Christian, R&B, those audiences can't find what they want everywhere. So those stations will continue to prosper, and the others will just kind of be there.
Just be there. I know we used to start playing Christmas music, God, in October. That's what we were known for. And I was like,
oh, I'd be so mad sitting over at my station like, why can't we play Christmas music? They're gonna kill us.
But we started so early. By November, you just wanted to poke your eyes out if you heard another Christmas tune.
Not me.
Really? I'm
Not
like,
me.
I can only
I was
hear
the one
someone
secretly tuning over there so I could hear the Christmas songs. I love Christmas music. So I'd be at our station where our boss would, after Thanksgiving, our boss would throw in a couple of tunes here and there. And I'd be so mad. Like, the station playing the Christmas tunes is going to be number one. You're not giving us a chance. But we also knew that there would be a correction in January.
And that's a lot of work to program a bunch of Christmas songs. They already got enough work, the programmers. Girl, I could talk to you forever and ever.
Can I come back sometime?
Better.
I hope. That is a plug. Hope with Ramona Holloway, my new podcast. I certainly hope that you will come and sit down with me.
Okay, I must be demure. Of course I will. Of course I will.
I am just thankful for what you have done in this community. I don't know if people see what you do behind the scenes, but you've shown up for the nonprofits. Everybody doesn't do that. Everybody doesn't. And the people who do need to be celebrated because they help to raise millions. They bring their audience, they bring their charm, they bring that ability to connect with the people in the room to help raise money, to help raise awareness. And this woman has done it on and off the air for decades and is still doing it on her own. Thank you for that.
Thank you. That makes me feel better about 28 years in media, and I didn't even get a party.
Girl, my boss, seriously, the program director who I helped to get rehired was going to walk me out of the building when I got laid off last year. The minute he walked away, I was like, here's my badge. I put it on the desk and I walked myself out. And then, since I knew security, I was like, can I get out of the gate, please? They're like, sure. Because they hadn't told anybody I had been laid off yet. I was like, you are not going to walk me out of the building after 20 plus years in this building. I came here in 2001. I will not be walked out. I will not. So I walked myself out.
Yeah, the first time I got laid off, girl, I had heels in the ground. I wouldn't leave for 3 hours. They're like, you need to go home now.
Girl, I sat there. I deleted the stuff, my personal stuff off their computer to the best of my ability.
I know, right? They
packed up my little stuff and walked myself out. And I refused to cry. I refused to cry until I got to my car. Outside of the gate.
Outside the gate.
You won't see me cry. Even though I'm a cry, it was like, not today. Not today. I brought you some goodies. From the Mint Museum. Your own little bento box for your snacks, for your meal.
I'm gonna put some collard greens in there. Some turkey gravy.
And a fan from the Alzheimer's Association.
Not the old school fan.
Some information that's helpful to you.
Yeah, it's 24 hours.
Sometimes dementia doesn't sleep when we sleep. And your own bracelet that has the 1-800 number on it. 1-800-222-3900 for the Alzheimer's Association.
I got that big old bowl.
Ooh, give me the ring.
Girl,
my goodness, sure.
Okay, make a wish. My daughter bought this for me on one of her excursions. You can rub its head and make a wish. Thank you for joining us for Curbside Curiosity. I'm your host, Fran Marie. Our guest today, the Ramona Holloway.
Look for me on Facebook and Instagram as Ramona Holloway. And please just donate $1 to the Alzheimer's Association and tag somebody else and ask them to do the same.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.